Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. All right, no. Thank you. We only have a limited time for this show. Jimmy's got to go. So, thank you so much. I'm Josh Topolsky. Welcome to On The Verge. I'm so happy you guys could be here. So pleased. Thank you for joining us. We have an amazing show for you tonight. Just incredible. And I don't want to waste too much time talking about it, but I will say we've got some incredible people here. Jimmy Fallon, who's been our friend and is a hilarious, entertaining guy, is here tonight. Feel free to applaud for him. And we have a spectacular musical guest, George and Jonathan. They are, totally nuts. They will blow your mind. If your mind is not blown by the end of their performance, you get your money back, though this was free. So, it's true. I don't know how we're going to work that out. We'll figure it out, though. And of course, we've got Paul Miller and Nilay Patel here. Our Joanna Stern is here. And we've got some giveaways later on. Everybody's going to have a chance to win something. Everybody's not getting something. Don't get too excited. And I'm sure it'll go super smooth. Anyhow, it's exciting, and I don't want to waste time telling you about the show, because if I stand here telling you how good it's going to be, we're eating into time that you could be experiencing the actual goodness of the show. One other thing. I want to thank our sponsor, Sony. They've been a great partner, and they're helping us put the show on tonight. So give them a round of applause. And I think we should just get this thing started. So let's do it. Yeah. Yes. Again, I don't want to spend time telling you how great the show is going to be, but it's just fantastic. I mean, it is really good. And we got these cool giveaways. We have an Uncharted 3 bundle from Sony. It's a PlayStation. It's games. It's a game, at least. And these cool bamboo iPad cases. They're handmade. Very exciting. But we have a lot of show to get to, and I just want to get it underway. So please welcome Paul Miller and Nilay Patel. We're going to talk about some news. Yeah. Thank you. Your music there. Hey, thanks for coming. You shouldn't have. Let me just slide over here. Oh, it's been so long.
It has.
But a lot to talk about. We've been very busy.
Yeah.
So we're in February now, which is actually kind of a slow month for tech news, because in January, CES happens. And CES is the Consumer Electronics Show. I mean, I don't know what you're doing here if you need to hear that, but it's a crazy, crazy show. And this year we did just crazy coverage. How many posts did we do? Like 800?
10,000?
900? 10,000 posts.
I don't know.
Really?
It was like a fugue state.
We did a lot of stuff at CES, and we actually wanted to give you guys an idea of what the experience is like being there for us. So we put together a little video, kind of a montage, and we want you to take a look at it. So check this out.
What is CES? Why is it significant?
Well, it's the Consumer Electronics Show. Does that answer your question? Yes.
I've spent more time in Vegas before turning 21 than I need to spend in Vegas an entire lifetime.
We'll send people in waves to the show floor to cover the news as fast as we can.
This is Dieter Bohn for The Verge, and we're taking a look at the Lenovo S2.
The Logitech Cube mouse.
Thermador Freedom Induction Cooktop here.
LG's brand new 55-inch OLED.
Sensix Smart Goggles.
We're looking at the Razer Blade.
This is the MakerBot Replicator.
It's Sam with The Verge, and I'm about to ride the board of awesomeness.
I haven't got any lit for skateboarding this whole time, but the fact that she thought we were making a skateboarding film definitely made it look a lot more suspicious, you know?
Squeeze the pad. Okay. And then you're just gonna lean forward, go for it. Stand up tall. Not too fast.
Sam Byford with The Verge, and this is the Inventor Solar Wheel, and I'm getting off right now.
Everyone here is telling me I don't look good enough for Justin Bieber. They don't know what they're talking about. Are you taping this?
If I jump, I actually jump, and I can punch, and I'm just knocking buildings over.
All right, everybody get into the turntable room. 3, 2, 1, go. That's right.
Did anyone get to see a 1,000,000-volt Tesla coil at this CES yet?
So what will these people be doing kind of like in the trenches? Like,
Looking at porn, just nonstop. It's weird, actually. I don't know how any work gets done around here.
You know you want some of this.
Oh, you're a bad man.
It is the one place that you can go and just see pretty much every insane gadget you could possibly think of.
What's happening right now? How are you? Joanna.
Joanna.
Yes, you do love me, right? Okay.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
What is going on?
Wow.
I'm joined by Simon Segars, who is president of ARM Inc.
We're sitting here with Aaron Woodman from Microsoft. We are live with Matthias Duarte from Google. I'm sitting here with the Ford CEO, Alan Mulally, and the CTO of the company, Paul Mascarenhas.
I'm here with FCC Chairman Julius Janikowski.
Let's see what happens when I crank it up.
Are we doing this? We got the volume up here? Yeah. How freaking fun does that look?
I find it odd that
It's not as much fun as it looks, though, because we're working so hard.
I don't
look at
remember
that,
any of that.
I'm like, let's go back.
Yeah.
No, we should do it
And-
every week.
Oh yeah,
We should
CS
just.
once a week.
I live in a trailer now.
No, but we sleep like 3 hours a night, but that makes it look like the best time in the world. And there are like amazing moments there.
I think it's weird that I've chosen to wear the same shirt and tie today.
Yeah.
That I was wearing in the video.
I think this is your sad way of asking for a raise, right?
Yes,
You're
please.
like, I could only afford one jacket.
I've
and
only got
tie.
one fancy set of clothes.
Yeah, one fancy set.
Wait, so like now that we are a month away, is there anything that like looks different to you in hindsight? Anything sticks out now?
I feel physically cleaner because I'm not in Vegas. Well, I'm not in the trailer and I'm not in Vegas.
The last night we went to the Cosmopolitan, which we were told was like the newest, fanciest hotel in Vegas.
No reps here from the Cosmopolitan
Yeah.
in Vegas, are there?
Well, I would just like to, if they are here, I'd like to say the inside of your hotel is very fancy, still looks like a 1920s prostitute.
It's weird. It's like, no,
Like,
everybody was
straight
like,
up.
that's the nice
It's
place.
like-
Go to the Cosmopolitan. It was like, this
Like, I'm
is
stepping
just
into a flapper.
like a bar in Vegas. It's very,
Yeah.
there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
weird.
But the technology, there's not a lot of stuff that I walked away from going like, that was incredible.
You know, I'm still on the TV thing.
Really?
Yeah, because
Your remote trip?
the remote trip. I think like
Nilay had a theory at CS. He was like,
Remotes will change
He was like,
the
forget
world.
about the TVs changing. The remote has to change.
I think unless you change how you interact with the TV, you can't change anything about the TV itself. And so I still think this is the year when that has to change. You have to change like how you push the buttons, and if you're gonna, yeah,
Sorry.
Apple.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna cough.
Is that
out.
what you're saying? Isn't that what you're trying to say?
It's nice, fanboy.
I mean, you're saying that wasn't solved at the show.
No, I don't think so at all. And I come away from that. You know, it was like, wait, what do we say? They're pre-acting to Apple, whatever they're gonna do.
Pre-acting.
Pre-acting.
Pre-actors.
We should
It's covered in Minority Report.
preaction.com.
Yeah.
.biz. No, but I think that unless you figure out how to solve the interaction problem, you can't do it. I'm waiting.
Your
that was a big
theory
takeaway.
with the remote has to change, but you were actually impressed by a TV there, right?
Dude, the 8K sharp TV. I keep on thinking about it, how I want to watch.
What is the exact
everything
resolution of that?
In 8K.
Do you know the exact resolution?
8,000.
Just 8,000 things.
I don't know.
8,000.
Yeah,
I
it's just
don't
like
know.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
pixels in a row.
I will say this, like I walked away, we talked to the CEO of Nokia, Stefan Elo, as we like to call him.
Yeah.
And he was a kind of a fascinating guy. He was really smart.
He's really selling it.
I don't know, when you get in front of him,
Dude, and
it's like you don't know what happens, and like 2 hours later, you find yourself like in an empty
he's
parking
Canadian,
lot.
right?
Thomas Ricker interviewed him, Chris Ziegler interviewed, and they're like glowing.
I think he might be doing. I think he might be a vampire, and he's like, what do they do on True Blood? Somebody knows here. Come on, glamour people.
Wow.
I think Stephen.
You knew too fast. Whichever one of you that was,
Wait,
you knew
how do
too
you glamour somebody?
It's like you look at them deeply, and then they like forget what's going on, and they like you tell them what to do.
Windows Phone.
Yeah, right. Buy a Windows Phone. I was like, whatever you want, Stephen.
When you were done talking to Steven, were you wearing any clothes?
Not from the waist down.
That's a good sign
I
that
know.
something might have happened.
And I said, I was in an empty parking lot, and it was 2 hours later. No, but we should move on because there's a bunch of other stuff to talk about. Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook is in the. Have you heard about this new site? Everybody's talking about it. Apparently, you can connect with friends and family.
Oh, your ex-girlfriends will haunt you forever.
If I had any ex-girlfriends,
follow
that
you.
would be. Thanks a lot. You had to rub it in, didn't
I'm just
you?
saying.
No, but so Facebook filed for their IPO. They're going to go public. They're going to be a publicly traded company. And you have a theory about it. What is your theory?
Well, you know, I think this is like the moment when the internet kind of grows up, right? I mean, Facebook is, if you read the filing, they filed with the SEC, they're going to say, we're going to be a public
And you
trading
all
company.
are going to read the
Don't read the
25-page
filing.
filing.
I did it for you.
Just want to be clear.
And the only line in is where Mark Zuckerberg says in the filing, he writes a letter in the middle of the filing, like numbers, charts, and then a letter from Mark Zuckerberg where he's like, I made Facebook because I wanted it to exist. And that's nuts,
You know
right?
what he also says is that human relationships are the fundamental
unit of society. The basic society unit.
I don't
is
know
a
what is a
relationship.
society unit. How can you quantify a
Have you
unit
seen
of
the new
society?
UK society
before
unit?
Facebook.
Before Facebook, now we know what the fundamental building block is. Human relationships.
But it's nuts. The idea that the company that some kid in college just was like, I want it to happen, and now it's as big as GM or Apple or Microsoft. You know, it's one of these amazingly huge parts of American economy.
Yeah.
I think that makes it real. You know, and once there's a lot of money and power in one place, the government kind of like follows behind. They're like, oh, we should regulate this, and I think that's what you're seeing. You're seeing
use Facebook to govern.
Yeah.
Just think, once everybody's on Facebook,
I like this law.
It'll be easy to, just like the law. I like that. You don't need the House or the Senate, just likes. I'm into
great.
that. You know what? Let's just see what happens. I mean, what's the worst thing? It couldn't get any worse, right? So we actually.
Can you just imagine a politician like Mitt Romney standing up there and being like, "Do you like me?" But he means it.
Yeah.
So people hovering over that button for ages. They'll just be like, I don't know.
I don't know if I agree that this IPO is fundamentally different than like a Google IPO. I mean, Facebook is very much part of our culture, and I definitely see it as like a permanent fixture in internet years, like 5 years.
That's permanent.
That's permanent.
Is that like dog years, like an internet year?
Yeah,
5
exactly.
years is like the length of a life.
Internet year is like shorter. It's like 10 years instead of 7.
I'm so
You
so confused right
know
now.
what I
I
mean?
have
Math.
zero idea what you're
It's a
talking
lot of math.
about. But you don't think it has staying power. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I just think it could. It very well could if they keep on innovating. But they don't have any sort of luck. They don't have any sort of guarantee. You know,
I think they have the
at
guarantee.
one point in my life, I was doing a ton of social activities on MySpace.
Wow,
I probably used MySpace back then.
You were like a predator.
More than I use
social activities. Can you get a little more detail on that?
I found a drummer on MySpace. Say what?
I would like to hear
You
more
found
about
a drummer on MySpace.
what your social
Well,
activities
I spent
were.
my social capital.
You know, we actually did a video. We actually have a video. I went down to Wall Street because I wanted to try to talk. I was like, I'm going to talk to analysts and Wall Street guys about Facebook, the Facebook IPO. Weirdly, they did not want to speak on camera, as if they were doing something secret or illegal.
Yeah.
But there
Or
were a
they're
lot
just really humble.
or just super humble.
Like
They're like,
modest.
it's not us, it's the money. We're just here, just moving it around. We don't want to take credit for that. But there are a lot of Belgians who wanted to speak to us, which is odd. But it's actually really interesting. We just talked about what people thought of Facebook and if they thought it was like a viable company. And take a look at this video. It's quite interesting. Hey, this is Josh from The Verge, and as you know, Facebook just filed for their IPO. So we came down to Wall Street in downtown New York to talk to people about Facebook. We got to find like people with money who want to spend it on Facebook. What's your name and what do you do?
Joshua Patel. Wait a minute. What is this for?
So I'm just going to ask some questions about Facebook, and we'll see what happens. Their stock is about to go public. Would you invest in Facebook?
Probably not myself, no.
I don't think so, no.
No. How about you?
No, probably
You're not going to invest?
No.
Why would I?
Sucks to be Zuckerberg today, doesn't it? Do you think they've got a solid business?
For now. As long as they don't end up like MySpace, right?
Are you checking Facebook right now? Is that what's happening?
No, just texting somebody.
Okay. Sexting or just regular texting? Excuse me, can I ask you some questions about Facebook? No? Excuse me, can I ask you some questions about Facebook? Excuse me, can I ask you some questions about Facebook? Nope. You gotta toughen up though, this is New York. You gotta be tough, you gotta be able to take rejection. Would you invest in Facebook?
I would.
Yeah?
Facebook is on everything now. You see on TV, newspapers, people talking about it. It's everywhere.
You're both Facebook users?
Yes.
Yeah. And what are your usernames? Can I friend you?
No.
Okay. Would you invest in other companies? Maybe MySpace?
It depends on what companies they are.
MySpace.
MySpace, no one likes that.
Excuse me, can I ask you some questions about Facebook? No?
That's the guy you want to talk to.
Where?
Nilay!
I don't know. He said you're the guy I want to talk to.
I think in 5 years, it's going to be one of the biggest companies in the world. Maybe sooner, yes. We talk about 1 billion people, and half of them are engaged every single day.
How often do you check Facebook?
Too often.
You had to look at her. Do you guys check it together?
Yeah.
Is this like a team effort?
I check Facebook, if not every day, every 3 days.
Every half an hour or so.
I wake up, the first thing I do is go on Facebook.
Who wants to talk about this guy right here on the phone? He's making a deal right now, but if he would stop making the deal for a second, I don't want to interrupt him. Do you worry that you'll go on at night and then just stay on all night long, and then the sun will come up and you'll go, oh my God, I've been on Facebook all night. Does that ever happen?
Actually, that almost happened to me a few nights ago.
Really?
Yes,
That's
it
not
did.
good. I'm very worried. I'm very worried about your Facebook addiction. Please seek help. Yeah, so a lot of mixed messages out there about Facebook. But also a lot of people who would not talk to me. What's wrong with me that people don't want to? I mean, it's the microphone. When you start approaching somebody with a microphone, it's like you're holding a gun.
Yeah. You know,
and they don't want it to go off in
If
their
you
face.
have a big camera, they're like, oh my God, what, will you put me on the internet? And
Oh,
they're
they like that.
Yeah, they love it. I have no
I
idea.
should disguise the microphone as a camera.
Hold this up.
Or just keep talking naturally. No, I'm not recording this. So you also this last week you went to see something. It's not really. I wouldn't describe this as news. We got PR for something called amphibious. Can you explain what amphibious is to these people?
It's a truck that's also a boat.
Could you be more descriptive?
It's a boat that's also a truck.
Would you describe it as a yacht that's also a pickup?
Yes.
Like a yickup?
A yickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's a little more
it's a
hardcore.
transformer of a sort.
It is a transformer. It's very strange, but very exciting.
And you went and did video there.
We hung out there for a day.
You hung out with the amphibious for a day.
Yeah.
Let's watch this video. I'm very interested to see exactly how this works.
Hey guys, it's Nilay with The Verge. I'm here with the Gibbs Amphibian, which is a very large truck that is also a boat. I'm not kidding. The wheels flip up when you enter the water, and then this thing can blaze around at like 40 miles an hour. It can also go 80 miles an hour on land. There's two 250 horsepower engines inside. It's crazy, and we're gonna take it for a ride. Let's go. Is this jacket amphibian compatible? This is quite a look that I'm going with right now, I have to say. Come to my car that's a boat, my truck that's a yacht. It is a very large truck that is also a boat, as far as I can tell.
It's actually not a truck and it's not a boat, it's an amphibian. And it's not just any amphibian, it's a high-speed amphibian.
So can you go 80 miles an hour, flip the wheels, and go 40 miles an hour in the water?
You can in a James Bond film, but...
So you've never like taken it off like a hill?
Well, laws of nature and physics make life difficult in that sense.
You gotta live, you only live once. Goodbye, land. Land is for suckers. Oh, we're in the water. All of my dreams are coming true. My yacht that's a speedster. That's the button that flips out the wheels. Now we're a boat.
The design has been specifically generated with the geometry to enable you to have normal road vehicle handling on road, but when you get into the water, the geometry enables the whole wheel to be retracted, much the same as an aircraft wheel gets retracted.
I mean, what I really want to do is drive the thing, let's be honest.
I want to drive it too.
So where are the buttons for, say, like the missiles? What's the wildest thing a customer has asked for so far?
There's quite a few wild things. I mean, a lot of them are things that we can't talk about.
So basically what you're saying is somebody has put weapons on the back of your boat.
Nobody has put a weapon on the back of this.
No one's put a weapon? I mean,
I'm not carrying today, so...
I would estimate that we're now going about as fast as this thing can go. I don't know what I feel right now. Just the hope, the optimism of knowing that I can also take this vehicle and go directly back on land and then drive over 80 miles an hour. Listen, man, I have to say that makes me pretty happy. Although that happiness is somewhat tempered by the fact that I can't shoot anything with this car that's also a boat. We could really add an explosion into this mix, or like a Kenny Loggins song. That'd be awesome. I mean, not Danger Zone. That would be Danger Zone. It was very strange.
Very odd. I don't understand that.
The guy was kind of giving you the runaround, but I just want to know, based on your technical expertise of car boats.
I'm an expert now. I've ridden one for 10 minutes.
Given, you know, the max speed of 80 miles per hour, a large enough ramp,
I like where you're going with
hit
this.
it full speed, could it convert into a boat in time to land and continue going?
Given a ramp of adequate size, the time, and most importantly, the skill.
Oh, right.
Like a Nilay Patel at the wheel.
Yeah, I would definitely think Nilay
You think that's a slam
Only
dunk.
an operator, a Yik-Up operator, of extraordinary capability.
Right.
But you could do it.
Am I hearing a yes? That's a yes. Okay, great. That's fantastic. All right, we should keep moving because we have a bunch of stuff to get to. But there's, we want to talk about just a couple of things that we're just into right now that we're excited about. Nilay, you've been talking about the new Sony camera, the NEX7. And by the way, unrelated to the sponsorship here, he really likes the camera. In fact, it's a little annoying how much he talks about it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's such a gadget. You know, and
that is true.
Most new things are like apps, and it's like, wow, look at the pixels on my screen changed color. But this is like, it has a screen that flip. This is like
touch screen though.
No.
It's not.
No.
Not interested.
No, dials, man. Buttons, dials.
You're
I have to
always
touch a button?
No, you have to spin a dial.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Camera. Are you gonna settle down and
Am I gonna? No.
Yeah, is this gonna be it for you? Is this gonna be your main squeeze?
No, man. This camera's gonna get old. I'm gonna find a newer, younger camera.
You're gonna run around on this camera.
Yeah.
How do you think that's gonna make the camera feel?
Yeah.
Used.
Cameras
is how
don't
it's
have
gonna
feelings,
make the
man.
camera feel, don't they? And Paul, what is the thing that you were talking about? Sparrow.
Yeah, one of our editors, Thomas Houston, has the private beta of a Sparrow's.
You can't see it here, but this is an
iOS
image of an app on a phone.
So Sparrow makes.
It's like
That's what I'm saying.
The iPhone.
Look,
yeah.
Paul's showing you pixels on his screen. I got hardware.
I'm sorry. You know, sometimes I deal with highly sensitive, very secret projects, and Sparrow is one of them, but they're bringing their email client. They currently have an email client on the Mac, which is a really fun way to use Gmail, especially with threaded conversations, inline replies, and labels, and unified inbox. I absolutely love it. And they're bringing it to the phone, and it's going to change.
But it can't
my
be
life.
your default.
It can't be your default, and I hope Apple fixes
maybe if
that.
Apple were less restrictive.
I know.
Yeah.
You could be your default. So I'm speaking of Apple. I'm actually. Let me just flip through these many cards I have. I wrote the Great American Novel in cards for myself. I'm actually really excited about the iPad 3. There have been a lot of rumors about it recently. I actually wrote a post because we had some information, and I speculated in the post that the iPad 3 would be announced probably around the first week of March.
And all things D said March.
All things D then basically confirmed.
Just
because
copied
I think they have like a red phone that goes right to Apple. I don't know, but they seem to always know. They basically said it's going to be the first week of March. But after I wrote my post, I realized that there's an extra day in February this year. There's a February 29th because it's a leap year. And they can get pretty clever. And I was like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity. They'll do something like it's time to leap ahead.
I saw that tweet. I was like, oh, did I miss an Apple event?
Yeah. You actually thought it was a real thing that was happening.
Like, was I sleeping?
That's how good by the way, I'm thinking about just quitting to think up taglines for Apple events. It's time to leap ahead. You guys are going to love this. But so I started kind of doing some research on if that lined up, and I looked at when the last two iPads were announced, right? And do you remember when they were announced?
The iPad 2 was in March, and the iPad 1 was January.
Yeah. So the iPad 1 was announced January 27th, and the iPad 2 was announced March 2nd.
Right.
Now, do you know what days they did those events on?
Apple normally does its events on Tuesdays.
Yeah, and I thought they were on Tuesdays, but those were actually on Wednesdays. And February 29th, which is a day that normally does not appear,
That's right.
It's a Wednesday.
Only once every 4 years.
So actually, I've actually been working on something. If I can just show you, hang on a second, because I think I figured this out. So, as we just said, iPad 1 announced January 27th, right? iPad 2 announced March 2nd, Wednesdays. What's interesting is 27 plus 2 equals 29. 29, as in February 29th, 2012, a leap year, right? You know something else is interesting about 2012? 20 plus 12 equals 32. Now, by itself, that doesn't seem very interesting. But minus 3, as in iPad 3, and you're back to 29. Think that's a coincidence? I didn't think it was a coincidence. So I was starting to get pretty confident here, but then I realized something. Microsoft announced that they were going to do their consumer preview of Windows 8 on the 29th, which kind of throws a monkey wrench in the plans. But then I started researching the number 8. And it turns out 8 is a lucky number in China. You know what comes from China? iPads. And you know what's definitely coming from China? The iPad 3. Now, something else comes from China a lot of the time for us, which is rumors. And we actually reported on a rumor from a supply chain in China, and they described the iPad 3 display, which they apparently have seen, as a quantum leap in display technology. Quantum leap, as in leap year. Just wait, because there's more evidence here. Quantum Leap is interesting, actually. It's an interesting phrase. Quantum Leap was a show that aired on NBC starring Scott Bakula. Now, I don't know if you know about the show. It was about a guy who time travels and jumps into people's bodies to right wrongs. It started airing in 1989 on March 26th. 26 plus 3 is 29. iPad 3, 29. February 29th, 2012. Now, when Quantum Leap started airing, it wasn't immediately a hit. They put it on Fridays, and it was kind of flopping. So they had to move it. They had to move Quantum Leap to a different day. And you know what day they moved it to? What day did they move it to? Yeah, Wednesday. They moved it to Wednesday. Now, sure, that seems a little weird considering all the other stuff we've seen, but the rabbit hole goes way, way deeper on this one. Quantum Leap aired during a leap year, 1992. Guess what day 1992 started on? Wednesday. Wednesday, 1992, that's the first day, right? And in February of 1992, there was only one episode of Quantum Leap. One episode. There should have been 4. I don't know why there was only one, but there was, and it was at the end of the month. The last Wednesday in February, the 26th. 26 plus 3 equals 29. Just wait, okay? Just wait. Now, that episode, season 4, episode 15, A Song for the Soul, was about Sam leaping into the body of a girl in an R&B trio. A trio of singers. And his goal in that episode was to get them to not sign a contract. You know what doesn't have contracts? iPads with data plans. You don't have to sign a contract with a data plan. And as we've heard about the iPad 3, it's going to have LTE, 3 letters, no big deal. I'm not going to get into that. But you can be sure that when it does have data, it's not going to have a contract. But this gets even weirder. And actually, when I figured out the next part, I really got chills. As I said, the main character in Quantum Leap was a guy named Sam. It's played by Scott Bakula. Scott Bakula was recently in another series called Men of a Certain Age. Men of a Certain Age airs on TNT, which is a Turner station. Turner also owns TBS, which is the station that Conan O'Brien is now on. Now, who took over Conan O'Brien's slot when he left the 12:30 slot on NBC? Yeah, Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon took the slot. And you know what the first date of his first show was? March 2nd, the same day the second iPad was released. So I think if you look at all of this data, I think it's fairly obvious what's going on here. Clearly, on February 29th, 2012, a day that should have never existed, Tim Cook is going to walk out on stage, joined by Scott Bakula and the cast of Quantum Leap, and he's going to introduce the iPad 3. Any questions? Paul, any questions?
The numbers all add up.
I rest my case. I rest my case. And I knew you would see how clear this empirical data was. And we'll be right back with one of the main conspirators, Jimmy Fallon. So stick around.
We want to create in Nathan Drake a character that people look at like their favorite cinema heroes.
Somebody that you can relate to.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about, Bruce Willis and Die Hard.
One of our greatest challenges was trying to find our iconic actors.
So much of what makes Drake is in Nolan.
Nolan was one of the few guys that came in who stood out because he brought a quirky sense of humor.
Really?
I don't think you can be a good actor without a strong imagination. Nowhere is that more evident than on a motion capture stage. You need a willingness to play in this virtual sandbox.
We walk into a gray room covered in gray carpet.
Imagine the ship is over there. Imagine that you're looking over the edge of a cliff.
There's so many facets of acting that go into motion capture.
The remarkable thing about Nolan is he can play Drake to a T. He's a huge piece of these games and a huge piece of what we do here.
All right, what is all this crap you're giving me about Sully?
With me. Those guys are not here for historical research, and neither are you.
With Sony, we try to blur the lines between what is a game and what is a movie.
This is the first blending of the two that people have fully embraced.
Come on, admit it. You love all this as much as I do. It's not cinematic-like, it is cinematic. There's no better way to say it. I mean, what we do to bring Uncharted to life is all about imagination. And that's what Sony's Make That Believe is all about.
You've seen what goes into creating the animation for Uncharted. Now show us your own moves at sony.com/experience.
Yeah, that is I gotta say, that is Uncharted hell of a game. You should play it. Again, this is not for the sponsor's sake. It's a good game. So my next guest really needs no introduction. He's been a great friend to us, and he's a hilarious, hilarious man. Please welcome the star of Taxi, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. This is gorgeous. Thanks for having me here. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Thank you.
Oh, man.
That's gorgeous. Woo. This is fun.
You're an Uncharted fan, right? You've played?
I love Uncharted 3 is amazing. Uncharted 2 is, I think it's my favorite game I've ever played, video game.
Do you want a drink? I feel badly we've left you out of this.
Well, yeah, it's awkward that you're the only one here with a drink. But
can we bring a drink over here for Jimmy? I feel like I want to get you relaxed because apparently you're very upset with me. I don't want to get into that.
Oh, yeah, I'm not really that. Hey, thanks so much.
There's no roofies in there at all, by
Thank
the
you.
way. I can assure you of
Can
that.
I trust that young man?
I don't know. I actually don't know who that is. Who let that guy in here?
You know what happened? No, I just had a big couple weeks. Probably the biggest weeks of my life, I would say. In 2 weeks, I went to the White House, and I did a sketch with First Lady Michelle Obama.
Yeah, just a little sketch with the First Lady.
And then after that, I did shows from the Super Bowl in Indianapolis.
Yeah, you were on the road. I didn't realize it. I talked to your producer Gavin, and he was like, "Oh, we're doing the Super Bowl stuff," because I didn't know if you were gonna be able to make it for the show.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what he was talking about. And then I turned on TV,
Thanks
and you're
for
like,
watching, by
you're
the
like,
way.
no,
Yeah,
but
I
I
appreciate
turned
it.
on to tune in and watch.
Oh, thanks.
And there you were.
Yeah, I called you and I asked you. I said, I don't have because I have an SLR. I have a giant camera.
Yeah.
I said I want one of those tiny cameras you can carry with you. This is just awesome. TheVerge.com. Let me know what's going down, Josh. Don't disappoint, my man. Topolsky. You know, J Tops. Tell me what's going down. You said, oh, I tell you what's up. Canon PowerShot S100. Now I love Canon.
By the way, I just want to I want to just pause you here. I consulted with every senior editor on the site.
I don't care.
I was like,
I don't care.
Jimmy wants a point and shoot.
Trust
We need
you.
full...
I don't care if you talk to anyone.
Well, I wanted to make sure that
it
I
comes
wasn't
out
crazy.
Of your mouth.
I want to make sure it wasn't crazy.
So here it is. This is it. The Canon S100, right?
Yeah. After this, wow. Canon will never advertise with us.
No. By the way, no. We use Canon stuff on our show.
No. Don't glad hand it. Let's just get into it.
It's a pretty impressive piece of art.
Go on.
Could you just hold this like you would hold a human being would hold a camera? How would you hold it?
What do you mean?
Just take like you're taking.
Do you want me to take a
picture?
picture?
Stop right there. Stop. Pause.
What's the problem?
Stop. Pause.
Well, I don't understand.
No, you moved.
What?
Pause. Stop.
What do you want me to
Stop. Just don't move your fucking hands. Stop it! Put your hands back. Where they were. Hold the camera like you're gonna hold it like a human being. Pick up the camera and take a picture of me right now. Stop. Your fingers on the fucking flash. So that camera. You fucking wasted my time. I'm at the White House. I'm at the White House.
I mean, who uses
That's never gonna happen again, Josh.
Who uses a
and
flash?
Nobody uses a flash.
All flash photos look like pornography. You don't
What are
use
you
a
talking
flash.
about?
Flashes are for.
I don't know where I was going at the Super Bowl.
They're for back alley
Everything's
porno
blurry.
shoots.
I could be anywhere with anyone. I could be at the Blue House.
Beautiful photo, no flash.
That's just awful.
You look a little angry in this one. I'll be honest with you.
I need a drink. I
Yeah,
need a
have
drink.
a
What's
sip.
up?
I mean,
Is
well,
that a big flaw or is that not a giant flaw? How to make the flash work? How about that?
I never use the flash.
What do you mean?
Have you ever seen flash photography?
Can I just
It's
see
like
the
a
flash
Calvin
work?
Klein ad from
Turn the flash
1996.
on. Let me see it.
I don't. Where is that? How do you engage the flash?
Yeah, how do you
here?
engage the flash?
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Imagine being in front of the first
Here we
lady.
go.
Excuse me while I figure out how to engage
Let me
the
take
flash.
a picture of something dark. There, right there.
Yeah, but then where was your finger?
It was right back here.
Yeah, what do you got, baby fingers? I mean, who's got fingers?
I probably
that
have
long?
larger hands than you.
have
I would say
tiny-
they're
you have
considerably
baby
larger.
Fingers, and I'm sorry.
Really?
Well, thanks for the advice. This thing is great.
I mean, what I'm hearing from you is you don't know how to use a camera, mainly.
I mean,
do you know
you did what I did. I grabbed it like I would grab.
Were you in By the way, were you in situations where it was like real dark and you were with the first lady? Like, what's going on?
I can't worry about lighting.
We had low lighting.
We
had low lighting.
I don't light my situations
it
of life.
It was
I
by
don't walk around the
candlelight.
lighting guy.
Well, but I'm just saying.
A normal camera. I don't want to bother anybody.
They don't have overhead lighting at the White House? What's going on there? They're still using
I'll just show you some of the
gaslight.
magic I captured on this Jim Jammer.
By the way, I didn't design the product.
There you go. Here's one right here. I don't know if I can just get right in that one.
What is that?
I don't know.
You have a
It's just
camera
dark.
on this thing?
It could be anything, for
That
God's
looks good.
sake.
It's artistic.
It could be anyone.
I like that.
Well, I don't like that at all.
All right,
and I
give me the
thank you
camera.
for
Just give it to me.
The Verge. You're on the verge of not being used as a thing I could check cameras out on.
I honestly.
All right, that was sloppy. I'm sorry. That was sloppy. But I'll work on a better comeback. I'll work on a better comeback.
I think this is user error is what we're dealing with here.
It's definitely flat.
I mean, would you describe yourself as good at taking pictures?
No.
Right. Well,
I'm
there you
awful.
go.
I'm the
I mean,
worst,
I
but I
understand. Show
thought
me.
I
You
wanted
pick up the
I'm a
camera.
comedian.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Are you taking a picture right now?
I don't know.
Well, are you?
No, I'm not.
Are you taking a photo?
No.
Oh, look, you just took your hand off where the flash was. It's one-handed operation, baby. Look at that.
No one does this.
Really?
Yeah.
No one except for every human alive.
You
Except for
didn't.
Jimmy
You picked
Fallon.
it up like this.
I picked it up like that, but
Well,
then
let's roll the videotape.
I mean, picking up and shooting are two different things.
Well, you tried to shoot it. It was embarrassing on your part. We'll edit it and make it look embarrassing.
That's good.
It wasn't embarrassing on your part.
do this.
This is insane. Then
I think
GPS technology.
You want to be located?
I know where I am. I'm the one taking the picture.
No, but for later, no,
GPS
you put it,
to tell me where I am.
You don't load it into your iPhoto, then it shows you on the map where stuff is.
Like, oh wait, where was I? Oh yeah, I guess maybe I was in the White House.
Here you are.
I thank God for the GPS to tell me where I was.
All right, you do have a point. Maybe you don't need the GPS, but
I appreciate it. Thanks, John. I could just throw money around.
I'm actually pretty sure you can just throw money around. By the way, how much is this?
I think it's like 3 bills.
Ooh. I'll tell you what, I'll write you a check after the show.
I don't trust your checking account.
I've seen the show, traveler's checks, okay?
No, congrats, dude. Thank you so much. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Thank you so much. Your opinions on cameras are bad. I hate this thing.
What's the other one? What's plan B? Do you have another camera you like? Because I go back, I have a Sony Alpha.
I'm going to give you
I have a Sony Alpha, which is that's a great camera. I mean, a monkey can take a great picture with the Sony Alpha.
Why don't you take the Alpha? Why don't you take the Alpha with you?
You press the button, it looks awesome. It's really, really, actually, that was a great recommendation. And then I went up too far. I went to the Canon 5D.
Wait, are you saying I recommended the Alpha to you?
No.
And it was a good recommendation?
I recommended it to myself. I did
you did?
Research. I did.
Yeah, you research on The Verge.
Yeah, Verge.
That's where you do all your research.
That's where I do all of it, yeah. So
not thevirgin.com, which is a different site.
But weirdly, you host both shows.
I host both shows.
Yeah,
The Virgin.
Congratulations, by the way.
That's true, I do host. You know, man, I invite you on my show.
No, I'm happy to be here, and I'm honestly, I'm psyched and I'm proud of you, and I love it. I like what you're doing, and I trust you.
I'm just emulating you. You know, I got a desk now. I have
Are you and Tom
sofa.
emailing?
I have, yeah. And he's saying the lighting's bad on you.
No, Tom, you know what I'm talking about.
From MySpace.
Nope.
Tom DeLay, the...
Who did I introduce you to? Your new best friend.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Tom Cruise comes on the show.
We're good.
They start talking backstage.
We're good.
They start throwing emails back and forth.
We're friendly, you know.
Change this guy's life.
I mean,
He doesn't even talk to me.
When he comes to New York, we do a little babysitting with Surrey.
Oh
But
my
it's not a big deal. I mean, we just, we're in Brooklyn.
Surrey,
we have the space.
I didn't know that was an option.
No, that was amazing, by the way. So the thing about Tom Cruise, and I think I told you this backstage, I had, for like about 6 years ago, I started telling everybody that Tom Cruise was my favorite actor.
He's great.
Kind of as a joke, though.
Oh.
You know, because he's over the top.
Oh, I disagree.
No, but like 3 years after that, I was like, actually, he's pretty good. Like I started because I had to follow through on the jokes, so I started watching all his movies. And I've seen a lot of them.
I mean, Rain Man. I mean, if it wasn't for him, he sets up Dustin Hoffman's character.
Dude, Magnolia.
I mean, they make the best cupcakes, man.
I mean,
well, I don't know. Are you segueing into food? I didn't know what was going on.
I am a little hungry. I am a little peckish.
Yeah.
Can we get a hamburger out here for
You have
Jimmy?
You have a little package?
I don't know why.
Good for you, man. You know, you just come out and say it. Be honest. Honesty is the best policy.
You know, I just want to say, like, Jimmy's aggression is warranted. I came on his show last time and I told him that his app was overpriced. And
yeah, you did. It's 99 cents.
And I'm sticking to that.
It's a great app.
I'm really hurt right now, though. I'm having trouble recovering from this.
I do have an app. I will show you. Can I show people the app?
Yeah, Jimmy has an app. He's an app developer now. So if there's any bug reports, send them to Jimmy Fallon at jimmyfallon.com.
Yeah,
Is that your email address?
Yeah, I do with that, or just
I think. Do we have to plug this?
Topolsky at theverge.com.
It's actually Joshua at The Verge. I'm not embarrassed. You can know my email address. No big deal.
And he has a tiny package.
I'm not.
Look, here's the app right here. It's called Wake Up Call, and this is cutting edge technology. What it is it's a
Can you see
clock.
this?
Yeah, it's an alarm clock.
It's an alarm clock.
From that dude, classy, Downton Abbey type of vibe. You can flip over to him, it's like Tron's, like what's going down. Then you go over to him, it's the old flip dude, you're at a cheap motel saying what's going down. Then you flip sideways, what? Bigger numbers, yeah.
And
that's what I'm talking about. It's a major advancement.
And this is the whole point of this is it's an alarm clock.
It's an alarm clock where I call your phone.
You've revolutionized the alarm clock industry.
You set the alarm for whatever you want, and then I can call you, and I will I will just call you, and it'll be your phone will ring, and it'll be like, hey, it's Jimmy, time to wake up. Put on a fresh pair of underpants.
This is you
with your underpants on. Yeah. Or you can go, yeah. It's like there's like this one. Hey, it's Jimmy, and guess what? It's time to churn the buttermilk. Look, whatever you want. Whatever you want to wake you up.
Oh, it seems really good.
No, it's.
It seems like
you
really
can change
good stuff.
the ringtone, the fake ringtone, if you want.
What I'm most impressed with is that you're not using your fame. You're not like pimping out yourself. You're not using your prestige to sell an app for 99 cents. That's what's important.
Hey, this is the best background you've had all night, man. That's pretty good. A little psychedelic clash of patterns.
A shirt. Oh man, I mean, you know.
No, you know what? Here's why
I thought this would be fun.
Here's
I was
why
wrong.
I did this.
I was wrong.
They're having fun.
Yes, they are.
That's all that matters.
True. And that is all that matters.
And when you have people like that's all that matters. The people at home are having.
No, that is true.
No, you know what? I set this thing because I wanted to create an alarm clock because I was tired of you know you set your alarm clock and they tell us the rules. You press this. I don't know, man. You press the biggest button on the alarm clock is. It's a snooze button. Yeah, you've clearly never used an alarm clock.
I get up. I don't snooze. You snooze, you lose. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's always what? It's like 9 minutes, or 10 minutes, or something. Who says that?
Between 9 and 11.
It's like 7 and 10. What? So this I set it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. You can go up to 7 hours. Snooze.
That's good.
You go, screw this, I want to wake up tomorrow.
That's worth
enough of the bull crap.
I have to say that is worth the price of admission. So actually I want to talk about your show for a second. So, you know, I think when you started, I'll be honest, I think people were like, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
Yeah, they did not. Yeah.
We don't want him on late
It's hard to be honest. It's hard to replace a guy like Conan O'Brien, who's fantastic, and he's done his show for 16 years. So he's a comfortable face in your living room for 16 years. You went to school with him. You know, I was in college.
You
when
went to
he came
school
on.
with Conan?
No, well, basically he was on my
You were watching him during his
television.
school,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
watching him.
Yeah.
That and Price is Right. That's all I watched.
That's a weird combo.
I love Price is Right.
You learn so much about the value of things.
I was just
really.
I didn't have to, you know, it wasn't those shows that you had to follow on the plot, you know?
Right.
Price is Right, you can watch whenever the hell you want.
You just tune in just when you need to, like, you'd be like, that's not $6,000.
Just don't overbid.
No
You're
way.
set. Yeah, exactly.
You're way off.
Conan's
a tough act to follow.
So following that, it's not the easiest thing. I mean, and I didn't know how to do a talk show. I'm just starting out. I don't know. It's tricky because it's talking. Yeah.
It's quite hard.
But it's not. But it's like, you worry about those things. You're asking questions, and like I had Robert De Niro on as my first guest, who is the greatest actor in the world. I love that guy so much, and I just asked him a favor if he would do it, and he said, okay.
But he's not a. I mean, I don't want to insult the man.
Yeah.
Not a great interview, though. I mean, that's my take
But it's
on
not.
it.
But that's what I knew that going in.
Right. Like
I thought maybe I could be the guy that cracks it. You know?
Because it is kind of like a stone. He's kind of like he gives you a look.
Well, he doesn't like to talk.
Yeah. Well, not that I know. I mean, I just know from what I saw.
Oh, you're buddies with Tom Cruise.
Well,
just ask him.
I mean, we did have dinner the other night.
No,
with,
but
Rob.
so I had De Niro on. He's nice enough to come on the show, and he comes on, and I had my questions all set up, and I have probably 6 minutes to talk to Robert De Niro. And 6 minutes doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. It just, especially when you're flopping like I was. And I go to Robert De Niro, I'm like, so you live in New York, right? And he goes, yep.
And this the answers. It's like,
and I'm just like, okay. And then I'm like, and you could hear people like unwrapping candies. And so he was like, it was flop sweat was coming down.
And it is.
I was so scared.
On your show, it's terrifying. I mean, it's hot, and like that audience, when it's quiet in there. I mean, it's the same in here. You guys are terrifying. But when it's quiet, I mean, I learned this. Like, I had something a few episodes ago. A demo, the Siri demo.
Every time you come on, you have a great time. You always destroy.
No, but it was horrible. I was like, it didn't work.
Send a helicopter up and almost broke a light and almost fell on someone and they sued us.
I was aiming for you, but it went straight up. Anyhow, but I'm sorry. But De Niro.
Yeah, but anyways, so anyways, I barely scraped through it, and I love Robert De Niro for just taking the chance to come on the show when it was brand new. No one else has the guts to do something like that. Like, I just really will never forget it's like that first week of booking is so hard when you have a new show, and just like, if you ever get a chance to see any Robert De Niro movies, go do it, because the guy's the greatest human.
He's a good actor.
Forget.
I don't know if you've heard
him
about
so
this
much,
guy.
And he was a great guy, and that was like, that was my first interview, and that kind of after that, I was just so nervous, and the reviews were correct. They weren't 100% positive.
No, but you've grown this show. And I actually feel like you guys are doing some of the smartest, and I'm not just saying this because I go on the show occasionally, but it's some of the smartest, weirdest, funniest comedy on late night. And there's a lot of late night guys now. It's not like it used to be where there's just two dudes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on, and there's a lot of really good comedy on late night. And you guys are doing some of it's just so smart and so funny.
Well, thank you. We're on so late, so it's like no one really cares at the network.
Well, no, that's when it gets good.
So I mean, I think you can watch our show. What our ultimate goal is, I'm a very positive person, so I want people to have a fun experience when they watch our show. And I think it's the end of the day. So if you had a bad day, if life sucks, you still have a TV.
You got a
so
joint,
you turn
you
it
got
on,
Fallon.
And if you just get 30 seconds of not worrying about your life, that's the best gift I can give.
You're like the answer to the 1%, really. You're going to be the cure. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea. This drink is working.
Really deep.
We put together a couple of moments from the show that we thought were really great. Because if you guys haven't seen it, you should see it. And I wanted to show it here. So just take a look at this. You can get an idea of just how good and funny Jimmy's show is.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
This is not my show.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh my goodness.
Here you are. You're doing a sketch.
Oh my God. This is college.
Hey there. What's up, man?
Hi.
You got a computer there?
Yes.
Cool, man. The computers are awesome. What kind of computer you got?
God.
It's IBM laptop?
No.
Macintosh PowerBook?
No.
Packard Bell?
No.
Zenith?
It's just a
What is
laptop.
it, Tandy?
It's just a laptop.
Fax modem?
No, it's just a laptop. That's all it is. Just a laptop.
Now, Tony Danza takes to the Broadway stage to rekindle the magic that was Who's the Boss in an uproarious one-man show. Samantha, Jonathan, Angela, Mona. Remember the time Tony had to miss the big game?
Man, oh man, the championship game, I can't wait. Hey, who took my glove? Samantha, Angela, Mona, Jonathan.
And the time Tony caught Angela dating his best friend.
Angela.
You'll relive all the moments that made Who's the Boss a smash hit for nearly a decade.
Yeah, there you go. I really appreciate that. You're such a nice guy. You're such a nice guy, man.
It's weird. I would think you guys were shooting in HD at this point. But you're not. All the rest of NBC is in HD.
A little video camera.
Can you tell me what's going on there? That was not Late Night with Jimmy Fallon.
You got to
by
start
the way,
somewhere. And I was in college in Albany, New York, and it was a show called 40 Wax. No, I think it is Wax. Yeah, I think it is.
Doesn't matter how you spell
it. If it was WAX, it would have been cooler. But it actually was 40 Wax, which is currently on the Playboy Network. It was a show we started, and just like a bunch of college kids got together and like tried to invent characters, and I just had a Tony Danza impression. I just figured because
it's good though.
I used to watch.
You got the essence of Danza.
Well, I just on Who's the Boss? He would say everyone's name the same, like Mona, Samantha, Angela, Jonathan. Like it was like the same cadence.
He was like exasperated. Like this is bullshit,
Gosh,
man.
Of course
Come
you
on.
would pull that out of
It's
nowhere.
good. It's so good.
Oh, trust me, it killed here.
The actual show.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
We're gonna add a lot of laughing to that.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind. That's actually fun to do that.
What is the deal with music? Like I feel like you do a ton of music stuff on the show. Like you performing music, and you did when you were on SNL. By the way, if you haven't seen his SNL, I think best one of this season.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
So
I appreciate
funny.
that.
No,
That was
really,
super
really
fun.
funny.
Christmas show.
And there were a lot of music sketches on it. You do a lot of music stuff on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like you're like you wanted to be a rock guy, and like you just ended up. I mean,
being a comedian.
You were also funny, and like it was like could go either way. But like you're Neil Young. It sounds like Neil Young.
Thanks. I like just like listening to music. That's like one of my favorite things. So I like and I started as an impressionist. So I would do impressions of Jerry Seinfeld, or going like, okay, what is this place? We're on the verge. And I do that, or Bill Cosby, like,
Well, the people, Joshua Topolsky, were sitting in the desk with his lip, so
I just get into things.
All the people are insulting me.
So I started.
All the celebrities insulting Josh Topolsky.
Yeah, that's my whole act. And then I started doing music in college, and I added like, at the time it was like Dave Matthews Band or something. Where we're like, and just adding things like that. So then, when I got to Saturday Night Live, I would do impressions and musical impressions. So now that I have my own show, it's like I get to fill up an hour. So if we have a thing like Tim Tebow, and I have a David Bowie impression, some writer just puts it together and is like, we should create a man called T. Bowie.
I like that.
It makes no sense.
Like, that just happened.
Yeah,
obviously.
Like, oh
what
yeah.
are the missing pieces
And so then,
here?
I'm painting my face with the lightning bolt, and I'm wearing the Broncos jersey, and I'm like, Tim Tebow to Jesus Christ. Tim Tebow to Jesus Christ. Can't win by myself, but with your help I might.
I mean, it's incredible.
Super fun.
You guys did a show.
Hey, I gotta say, I really appreciate you guys having me here, and I love the set. It looks so good. The lighting's good. The camera works good. Your crew is amazing backstage. But if you don't mind, I love the entrance music that you had, and I would like to just take it out with the little breakdancing right here, because this reminds me of like a nice break.
I actually wrote that.
You did?
Yeah.
You did write the music.
You want the intro music? Is that what you're asking for?
Yeah, can you crank it up?
Can we get the intro music for Jimmy?
Just crank
Can
it
this
up
be done?
as loud as you possibly can.
We're not a very technically advanced. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. I think that's a good place to end it. Jimmy,
You're a good
thank
man.
you so
Good, I
much.
love it.
man.
Joshua
Thank you much.
Topolsky, you're a
Jimmy
good man.
Fallon,
Thank
everybody.
you for having me, everybody.
And actually, stick around for one more minute. We have a video. Paul went to GE. He looked at technology. You love technology.
I love GE.
Look
Yeah,
at
he's
research
my
stuff.
old
So
employers.
take a look at this. And thanks again, Jimmy. Thank you so
You're right,
much.
brother.
Really
Great
awesome.
show. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, I'm Paul Miller with The Verge. I'm in a car right now, and I'm in upstate New York. I'm about to check out GE's research labs, and I've been tweeting back and forth with GE, just trying to get a vibe. What's GE into? What did GE eat for breakfast? I think I have a lot to learn. I've got a lot of questions. And I'm ready to find some answers.
So we are the central technology organization for GE, and in that role we support every GE business, from healthcare to energy to aviation to transportation. It's great to be at the center of all that stuff going on in the world.
So this is GE's new Watt Station ecosystem. So you can show up here, charge your car and stuff, but they also want to tie into surrounding services. You can maybe reserve a rental car. We actually purchased a pizza. Nobody really knows what's going to happen or how it's going to be used, but by packing all this smart technology in there, there's some really potentially emergent applications that could come out of it. but mostly it's going to be for pizza delivery. What are these closets for? So this is cancer. Is that correct? Look at this. I'm like a professional already. Enhance. They've got a prototype wireless patient monitor. What are all these little closets in each one? So I'm at GE's Trip Optimizer, which is sort of like an autopilot for train.
That's right. The thing that Trip Optimizer does differently, it anticipates where this speed reduction is and backs off on the throttle, so it only goes to idle.
How do you do blue sparks?
Blue sparks.
Yeah, Mario Kart, you toggle the joystick back and forth and then you get the blue sparks and that gives you a speed boost.
With a laser, we bring our components together with square edges. Bring them together, use the high energy density of the laser to penetrate straight through that.
I was told, like, if you're making a battleship, you're saving hundreds, thousands of tons. Because, you know, I'm actually looking.
I haven't welded a battleship yet.
I'm trying. That's what I'm looking at doing, and it turns out there'd be a lot of wasted metal, and so I'm just shopping around for the best way to create my own battleship.
So this is a dead man switch that allows us to start and stop the process.
And if the laser kills you while it's welding,
I will let go of the button.
You'll let go and it'll
the
stop.
process will stop, yeah.
Even though you'll be dead, the laser will stop, which is
Everybody
the
else
important
will
part.
be safe, yeah.
Great. All right, let's do this.
Firing.
Battleship grade. You know, when I think about the world, when I think about our world, our shared planet, shared existence, the resources, the finite resources we have, I think about energy and smart grids and electric vehicles. Eventually, I just think about the great research they're doing here in the middle of New York State, somewhere, at the Global Research Center. This is Paul Miller, signing off. I actually have no idea what they do up here.
I get the overwhelming impression you didn't understand a lot of stuff.
Dude, I found cancer.
Is that true? You found it. You're like, that's
cancer.
it.
Get it. That's right. That's what I told him. Gee, guys, you gotta kill this cancer.
Can I just say, I just, what a sport Jimmy Fallon is.
That's a little hard to follow up, to be honest.
He's like hanging out with the first lady. He's a really famous person. There's no reason for him to be here at all. I don't know why he just agreed to it. But he was a great sport. I was hoping you'd leave the camera too, because there were photos of Michelle Obama on there, and I wanted to see them. But that was just wild. But we actually have a little bit of site news. A little bit of, it's actually kind of some bittersweet news, and this is the first time that we're sharing it with anybody. And I want to bring out Joanna Stern to talk to us. Everybody, Joanna Stern. Joanna. Good to get in line. Go ahead, go to Nilay. That's fine. I'm last. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Oh my God.
Thank you for having me.
Have a seat. And by the way, you get Jimmy's leftover drink. So
this is Jimmy's seat, right?
that's pretty. Yeah.
That's his
drink. That's he now owns it.
Oh, he touched this?
He touched that drink. I think he might have had a sip of it. If you want to get some Jimmy DNA, there's an opportunity.
What is this?
Right there. It's a vodka soda.
Can I just say, we had this long conversation about bleeping the F-bomb in our videos, and that conversation was completely worthless.
It's really funny that we were very worried because
it was like a real conversation.
Nilay says the F word in the CS video, and I guess that's just not a problem for us anymore. Don't have to worry about that. So we actually have some news about Joanna Stern, which is why she's here.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to say. I got to tell you, I'm getting a little choked up. Just kidding. I don't cry.
I brought tissues.
Did you?
Yeah.
For yourself.
Towels.
Crying towels.
Crying
So
towels.
Joanna
It's
is actually
just a napkin.
Joanna is.
I don't really
Can
care about you that
I
much.
finish?
Yeah.
Joanna is actually leaving The Verge. She is. Yeah, I know, right? That's insane. Who would do that? Thanks for this. This is like a napkin. This
Yeah,
is not even
it's
a
a
good,
napkin. No, yeah.
high quality tissue.
fine.
No,
It's
she's
not a
actually,
deli.
Joanna's going to
It's a deli.
ABC News. And she's going to be doing their technology stuff online. She's going to be doing some video, and it's a big deal for her, a little bit of a career change.
Definitely a career change.
Yeah, and you know,
Not
we're
with Jimmy Fallon, but.
you know, Joanna, I just want to say, Joanna started working with us when we were at Engadget and came to The Verge and helped us build the site into what it is now, and actually like set the stage for a bunch of stuff that we're going to do later, which is really awesome. She has like, her reviews plan was very exciting.
I'm going to go tell everyone about it.
And it's a little sad because you got a really cool offer and you decided to go for it, and we're very happy for it. We're very supportive. And we actually put together a little video, kind of a send-off video for you. And I'd like everybody to take a look at this.
We don't have to show it.
For Joanna Stern. Yeah, we definitely have to show it.
Oh, we're going to show it.
Seen it, so. Oh my God. It's happening right now.
Hey, this is Joanna for The Verge, and this is the Nook tablet, ASUS's iPad Transformer Prime,
The Sony Vaio Z, the HTC Flyer, and its pen,
the Folio 13,
the Kindle Fire,
the Kobo Vox,
the Idea Center A720.
I would definitely suggest Apple's MacBook Air, even if it is $400 more. For $400 more, you can get the MacBook Air. For $300 more, you can always get the MacBook Air. If you can live with that, the ZenBook is actually a really good laptop, but if you can't, the Air is still rock and roll.
Joanna has a sexual crush on Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's not so much sexual.
it's highly sexual.
Okay. What do I ask Justin Bieber? Does he love me? I think I asked him if he loves me. You do love me, right? Okay. Really nice to meet you. Thank you.
Yeah. Joanna Stern. Are you crying? We're gonna. But listen, hold on.
Okay.
Just hold on.
Oh wow, you got me a old
This
phone.
style's directly to ABC News.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna make you one final offer.
There better be a MacBook Air in there.
Will you stay at The Verge?
This
Just
one is
call ABC right now. It's all real. Call ABC right now. Just pick it up, dial it, and tell them you've made a horrible mistake. And all this will be yours, all of this real money. Are you prepared to do it?
Do I have a show with the Monopoly Man with that money?
Maybe. Is that what you want? You know what? I'd actually prefer you didn't, because I need this for my Coke habit. So, are you picking it up? Hold on a second. No, seriously, Joanna, get off of this. This isn't even plugged in.
No.
It's not even, there's no plug.
No, that's a dial tone.
You know how much this phone cost us?
You had your chance.
We used the bulk of your
you had
remaining
chance.
salary on that
right
phone,
there.
okay?
You had your chance.
No, but seriously, you know, we love you, and we're gonna miss you, and we're very excited about what you're doing. And I just want to say, like, you know, it's been great working with you, and I'm sure that our paths
And
will cross
hopefully our
again.
paths will cross again.
Yeah, why are you reusing my line?
No, but that's what I wanted to say.
Now, what are these bags for?
So
These Transformers bags.
I don't have a bucket of money, but I wanted to get all of you guys presents so you remember me, like Sarah McLachlan said.
Well, we'll always have your MacBook Air recommendation.
So each person gets a very personalized present.
Oh boy.
And so I want to do these.
Nilay, do you need the crying
So
towel?
this one,
I do.
This one first is for Josh, and
Should I open this now?
yeah. And
By the way, I hate surprises.
so I wanted to tell you that good things always. Oh no, that's not what you're supposed to open first.
Oh, I
Keep
didn't
going.
see that.
Keep
My
going.
vision is blurred by. What do you want me to get out of here
You'll
first?
you'll get it.
There's a number of items.
There, that's right there. That one right there.
Oh my God, it's a Zune.
It's
How many?
It's an original.
Oh my God, it's the original Zune.
White Zune.
It's like, it's just new? Did you buy this on eBay? What's going on here?
It doesn't matter where I got it. Steve Ballmer may have sent it to me. But so, you know,
My Zune sync cable?
all good things must come to an
this
end.
makes so much sense now.
The Zune comes to an end, and you know, we have to come to an end
I
right
think they're
now.
still selling the Zune like
That's another present. But
What is this?
The Zune is the main
No.
present. That's a special flask.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a cell phone flask. And it says,
I was trying
can
to
you see this?
present
It
that one
says,
here.
this is my next phone on it.
It actually says this is my next flask.
Oh.
Oh, flask! With a PH! And it's true. My next flask is
So you're more
this
excited about
object.
the $18 flask
Oh, yeah.
than you are about the
This
white
is
Zoom.
way more valuable
Which I
than
had,
this.
I had to
I don't know if you're aware of
go
that.
to Redmond.
Can I just say this?
You went to Redmond for this?
Joanna was walking around backstage very mysteriously before the show going, does anybody have a PC? I need to sync something.
Don't tell anyone. I always
What?
use
Is there a
Windows
play?
7
Oh my God,
all
it's
the time.
working. Hold on, wait a second.
Yeah, it works. There's a special
hold on.
song on there.
Did you?
You ruined my. So there's a special song on there.
How did I ruin it?
Well,
It's your job to show me what you
yeah,
gave me, okay?
I forgot. Make a call.
This is not a touchscreen, right?
Hello.
It is not.
yes, I will.
It just crashed. No, I'm kidding. Is there a playlist on here?
No, just one really important song for you.
Oh, come on, man.
Is it playing?
It's Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
This doesn't have speakers there. Are we getting that? Can we see that?
And you can actually, you know how you used to like the song? You can just put a little heart on it. There we go.
Can I do more than one
I
heart?
really hope you're getting this on camera.
I don't know if they are.
Right there.
But
a
believe
heart,
me, this
and
is
then
amazing what's happening down here.
Broken heart right there.
Oh.
Well, that's really great. Thanks a lot. Way to make this not
So
sting.
moving on. Nilay, this
And
one's
I have
for
to
you.
listen to Justin Bieber. Joanna, this is amazing. And what is this? These are fake beats?
Yeah, so this is the best part about
These
this.
are
I
fake
got
beats.
this on eBay,
Uh-huh.
and it came with these
Super bass.
fake Beats
Super bass.
headphones.
I'm
I did not.
I'm surprised.
I don't
The
know how
packaging
this
leaves a lot to be
happened, but there's
desired,
fake
doesn't it?
Beats on the.
That's amazing. This is insane. Where's my flash?
And you know, Paul,
Thank
you can do yours at the same time because you get this special bag.
Well, Paul's bag is cooler than mine.
Yeah.
bag.
Wow.
I don't
Oh,
want
by the
this
way,
at all.
I don't know if you guys just caught this, but it has a belt clip.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God!
Just gonna get that on
one
there right
thing here?
now. Oh yeah.
There's one thing there.
Oh, I'm getting a call.
Hold on.
It's booze.
I was gonna actually fill it up.
Hello?
I was actually gonna fill it up.
Last night? No, I don't remember anything.
Wait, we have
Let me
to.
holster this.
Stern got me a rock and roll bracelet.
Oh my God!
This is awesome.
Wow.
Personalized.
Whoa!
Screw that bracelet.
Yes.
Sorry,
You're done.
guys.
Does it
Sorry,
fit?
sorry,
Does it
George and
fit?
Jonathan.
I
It
worked
fits.
very hard to get your measurements.
It
How do you
fits.
what? How do you
Your
work
He
hard to
does,
get
he
measurements?
does have an unnaturally
Your
thick.
fiancé.
Oh, that's why she's
wrist.
been mysteriously measuring my wrist.
Oh
this
my
whole
God. You wake up and Joanna's there
secretly.
with a tape measure.
We've had many conversations that go secretly measure his wrists. Wow. She's like, why don't I just measure his other cuff?
It's amazing.
Oh my God.
She's very smart.
It's getting
She really
weird.
I have to say.
Joanna,
In
that's
terms of
amazing. I can't wait to
non-creepily
sync that with
measuring
my
me.
PC.
Paul has a
Paul got
robot.
beautiful mechanical robot.
That's
as
a
well.
is that a famous robot? Isn't that the?
It's this famous brand, apparently, and
That's the. We should know. What? Come on, we're a tech
No,
site.
I don't know.
famous
Planet
Japan.
Robot.
Oh,
Planet Robot.
I don't know that.
mechanical
I don't know
Planet
that robot.
this is
I'm
amazing.
kind of upset the one I ordered was actually a female robot.
Whoa.
All
How do
right,
you
all right.
tell that
Look,
you-
this is all really touching and everything, and I'm very moved.
This is amazing.
I'm moved.
I'm extremely moved.
Are you listening to the music on your Zune or no?
No, but I am wearing my holster.
Okay, good. I want to know about that.
But look, enough of the sadness, enough of the crying. Joanna, seriously, we wish you the best, and give Joanna a round of applause. 'Cause she's amazing. And we always have a special place in my heart for you. The place where people go who I hate. But seriously, enough of the sadness and depression.
Thank
Let's
you,
hear some
guys.
music. Let's turn this into a dance party.
I'm not going to do
Our
this.
musical guest tonight.
We already did turn it into a dance
Can you
party.
just be quiet? I am trying to say something.
No rules, man.
Our musical guest.
It looks so good.
It does. I'm really into this.
Just whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
fine. We don't have a show.
No, now it's cool.
I mean, oh, you're ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, sure. The decider. Did you just decide?
Is it half pass rock and roll?
Our musical
That's so
guests
good.
are really amazing. I don't want to overhype them, but they sound like Genesis, the Sega Genesis, and I think you'll enjoy them. Ladies and gentlemen, George and Jonathan. God. That was amazing. That was amazing. George and Jonathan, and I don't think I overstated how amazing they are. So that is pretty much our show. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out. Get up here. Get over here. Come on over. Oh, don't worry. You're not done. You're not nearly done. I want to thank Jimmy for coming out. That was amazing of him. I want to thank Joanna Stern.
Thank you,
Nilay
guys.
Patel,
Thank
Paul
you
Miller,
all.
and of course, George and Jonathan. If everybody here stick around, we're going to do some giveaways after we're done. Yeah. But George and Jonathan are going to play one more. And I also want to thank Sony again for sponsoring this. This holster feels really weird. This is...
You should just make a call.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, thank you guys so much. That's our show. Once again, George and Jonathan. Thanks. Woo!